Aiden looks like he's half asleep. I totally forgot to record his costume before we left the house, but he's got his costume on under his sweater. It's kind of cold because it snowed all day yesterday, right?
Right.
And the headpiece is too small for his giant noggin. Like, the costume fits him, but the headpiece is tight around his neck, so he doesn't like it, so he's just got it loose right now. Do you like your Max costume? He's kind of bummed that we're not going door to door, but we're driving around now to look at all the list of houses in our town that are decorated for Halloween, because our town made like a route to drive and see them all. So we're gonna go follow that and look at all the lights.
Yeah.
Dad's in the store right now. Are you excited?
Yeah.
We're gonna go look at lights.
Yeah. Then I'll go.
You have to go pee?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Do you have to pee?
No.
Okay.
Hold your pee.
You don't have to hold your pee. I'll have Dad take us back home. Do you have to go pee? Huh?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna drive around.
Okay.
And then we're gonna look at lights.
Yeah.
And then Dad said he'd take you to get something to eat.
Yeah. Skittles.
Not Skittles. We haven't had dinner yet, so we're gonna get dinner.
We want Burger King.
No, we had Burger King flipping yesterday. You're gonna make me fat. Okay, how weird do I look? Because I feel like I look really weird. I dyed my hair all one color because I was just sick of it. I was sick of touching it up and all the upkeep. I knew that was gonna happen, but this needed to be done because I had like so many different shades of brown from my natural color growing out, and it was just a mess. So now it's black again, even though I said I wasn't gonna do that. I'm just going to get ready right now and throw on makeup, even though it's 6 o'clock at night. I didn't wear makeup today, and I have to do a parent-teacher conference with his speech therapist in 45 minutes. So I figured I would just throw on some makeup so I don't look like I just got up. I feel like when I don't have makeup on, I look like I just woke up. And I didn't bring a mirror, and this palette doesn't have a mirror. Steven got a phone call that he got that job today, so we were super excited about that. Today's Monday, he starts on Wednesday. It's gonna be so weird to not have him in the house. Like, I can't even imagine when Aiden goes back to school and Steven's at work and I'm alone all day, because I've been so used to having someone in the house with me. And I feel like I need to get a darker eyebrow pencil now. Because I always feel odd when I have black hair and brown brows. But I'm just going to use the taupe palette. That's taupe from ColourPop. It's been my super easy go-to palette lately. I have been using that new KVD Vegan Beauty one a lot though. Those colors are so pretty, especially the metallic ones. Aiden's speech meeting with the parent-teacher conference with his speech therapist is tonight, and then Wednesday night is the one with his teacher. I was gonna do them both on the same night, and then neither one of them had like time slots right next to each other, so I was like, let's just do Wednesday for the other one. I guess tomorrow, which is Tuesday, that was the popular night because that one filled up quick. I'm just gonna slap on makeup so I look more awake. I've been watching the second season of Unsolved Mysteries. I think we have one episode left. Steven kind of got into it with me, so we were watching it together. some of those episodes piss me off so bad. Like, I don't know how many of you have been watching it, but I think it was the 5th episode. And it's called like The Lady in the Lake or something like that. That one was so obvious that the police covered it up. Like, right off the bat was so weird to me that they saw her car and then immediately said she abandoned it, and it was like, oh, she must have walked into the lake and committed suicide in 3 feet of water, because that makes sense. Like, why would you see someone's car and immediately think that she abandoned it and committed suicide and go tell her family that? Like, that made no sense to me. So it was obvious that it was a cover-up for some reason. Some of the episodes like that just aggravate me. Like, I love true crime shows, and I hadn't watched them in so long, like anything to do with true crime, because that was like me and my mom's thing. We always used to watch stuff about serial killers and all these true crime documentaries and everything, and like our favorite thing to follow was the West Memphis 3 case, and I was so happy when they let those guys go in, like, what was it, like 2010 that they let them go? Because it was so obvious that they didn't commit those murders. Yeah, I hadn't watched any true crime stuff in so long, and last week I watched the American Murder one, the Chris Watts case, and that just made me remember how into those shows I get and those documentaries and stuff. So then I started watching Unsolved Mysteries. I had already watched season 1, which, like, not all of them are super creepy to me, but some of them are. Like the tsunami one in this season was kind of creepy. But I remember watching that show when I was little and getting super creeped out by the intro music. Now I have hiccups. Because something about that music is just super creepy. I guess that's why they kept it for the reboot of these new episodes they've been making. Took all our Halloween stuff down today, which is a bummer. Except for the tablecloth in the kitchen, because I don't really have a fall one or a Thanksgiving one to put up yet, so that one might just stay up until either we move or until Christmas time. I was just telling Steven today, I'm like, I don't even know if I should get the Christmas decorations out or anything. Like, should we decorate? Now that we can get the ball rolling with talking to people on the phone about the houses that we've been looking at, I don't know how much longer it will be before we actually have to pack and move. I would prefer to do it before or after Christmas and not be like moving during the holidays, because this is gonna be stressful enough, never mind having to do it during Christmas time. But what are you gonna do? Finally be able to get out of here and be done with this place. I think that's really all I had to talk about. Just wanted to update you guys, and Eden doesn't have school tomorrow because it's voting day and his school is the voting place, and plus they're doing parent-teacher conferences all day. So I don't know if his teacher is doing it from there or if she's at home doing it. Who knows? I just know they're all virtual, so it doesn't really matter. Jeez. It's gonna take a while for me to get used to seeing myself with dark hair again. Like, my face was framed by bright red for so long that I'm kind of like, every time I look in the mirror I forget that I dyed it. But today is Tuesday. Aiden doesn't have school, but setting the clocks back has like screwed up my internal clock, so I was up bright and early at like 8 a.m. My body hasn't caught up with it yet. But Steven just left to get an inspection sticker for the car. Still hasn't had it done yet. It expired in September, and then like every time he goes to Midas to get it done, the guy is like, "Oh, we're super busy today. Oh, we can't do it today." But he hasn't been back yet, so I think he lucked out and went at a good time. He starts work tomorrow, which he's nervous about, but like excited that he can get back to work finally. So we'll see how that goes. But he sounds like he's happy about it, because it's not, I've mentioned before, it's not super heavy lifting and warehouse stuff like he's so used to doing, and we've been trying to find him a job that's not that, so this worked out well. We did the mail-in ballot thing, like the beginning of October, I think we sent it out, so those are all done. I am interested to see if we're actually gonna find out who won tomorrow, because like they're making such a big deal out of it and everything, and I've never been one to like pay super close attention to the presidential elections and stuff, because I'm just one of those people that really don't give a crap. It's embarrassing, but this is actually I registered to vote this year. Never voted before. So I'll come out and tell you guys that right now. That is how little I've cared about it in the past, but like, even in 2016, I was just kind of like, whatever, this is so stupid that Donald Trump is running. And then he won, and I was like, what the hell? But now I'm so sick of I'm just sick of that guy in office. It's so ridiculous that I'm not gonna get into it because I know it causes a lot of arguments and stuff, but I will just say that we need someone who's actually gonna be a president and not some guy that thinks he's still on reality television. So I voted for Joe Biden. Don't really friggin' love him as a candidate either, but that's what's happening. So I want to finally release my lip glosses. I haven't done that yet. Did I show you guys all 4 colors? These are just my testers, so like this one's only half full because that was what I had left after filling other tubes, but let's see, from lightest to darkest. So there's a peachy one, a really light taupey nude. This one's my favorite because that one looks best on my skin tone. Then there's like a chestnut color, and then a darker brown. But they're all like just different shades of nude. I think I talked about how I want to do reds and stuff. I got the red colorants the other day. I'm trying to decide which one I want to use because they're both so close. This one is slightly brighter, and then this is a darker red, but they're both like spot on for what kind of red I wanted, because the only red I had before was a very brownish red, and it just wasn't. I want to be able to release it for the holidays, and everybody likes red lips around the holidays, so I think I'm gonna do the brighter one with like a pinky red sparkle in it. I kind of wanted to do a gold to go with it, but I don't know how many people are going to want gold lip gloss, so I might hold off on that because it's probably not going to sell. But I have to go for the colors that are... Maybe I'll do like a poll or something on Instagram. I don't know. I'm super stoked. My shop has almost 5,000 followers on Instagram now. I think it's once you hit 10,000, you get the ability to put the swipe up links in your story, which I'm really working towards because that will be a big help. Like when I release something, I can be swipe up to buy it. I want to be able to do that, so I'm just gonna have to hang in there and get some more followers on Instagram. But doing it all organically is hard because like so many people just buy followers and stuff to pad their numbers and get them way up there, but I have not ever done that, so it's all almost 5,000 people that have followed me organically, which is awesome. I'm gonna go get some work done right now. I ordered 2 cookie kits from Walmart that came yesterday, I think they came, but I don't have any parchment paper. I realized that when I was gonna go make one of them, I don't have any parchment paper, so I had to order some of that, which should be here tomorrow, so then I can make one of the cookie kits, because Aiden wanted to help me. We got a Halloween whoopie pie kit, and then like a Galaxy stuffed cookie kit, which looks really good. So I will go show you those now, actually. So this is the Galaxy stuffed cookies kit. This is from the brand Tasty, and I think this is white chocolate, like you put a chunk of white chocolate inside of it. I don't know, but everything comes in here. And then this was the one I was going to start making, and it was like, no, you need parchment paper, which I guess is not a necessity, but it always makes them come out better. Halloween whoopie pie kit. This is on the same idea as that brownie kit that we had. Oh, and I totally forgot we still have the Halloween sugar cookie kit too. We never made, but I was feeling whoopie pies, so it's purple whoopie pie filling with little purple jimmies. Well, sprinkles. I think I've heard that people in the Northeast are the only people that call them jimmies, but sprinkles or jimmies, whatever you want to call it. I thought those were cute, even though it's after Halloween now. Makes 12 whoopie pies. And then this was on sale for $14 at Target. So I wanted to grab one because I've needed a... What, buddy? I'm not talking to Nani. I've needed an immersion stick blender for a while for when I make lotions and stuff. Instead of always having to pull out the KitchenAid and get that whole thing dirty. So I haven't used it yet, but we'll see how good it is for $14. So I just saved a little mouse from Steven's leaf blower. And he like willingly jumped into my container.
No.
What?
You don't bring him back to the scene of the crime.
I'm trying to find something warm for him.
Oh, warm? Oh, absolutely. I'll start a fire.
It's
You
not
know
even a
right
boy,
now.
Steven. It's a girl.
Oh, so it's a breeder. Get it out of here. I don't want to hear. I don't care what your friends think. Get it out of here. Fucking rat in my yard. Get it out.
All right, I'll go put it somewhere else.
You know, they're so cute until you freaking until there's like fucking 60 of them running around. Don't even. I don't even want you releasing this thing in the yard.
Well, then let me bring it in the house and get him.
No!
He'll be in a container, for Christ's sake.
They chew through things. No.
They won't. She
No,
won't
no,
chew
no,
through
no.
this.
No, the answer's no. Megan, go release it over there.
I found a pet.
No, you didn't find a pet. You didn't find a pet. The answer is no to all
It's
rodents.
a little field mouse.
I don't care. The answer is no to all rodents.
Oh
that
my
includes rabbits. Go
God.
screw yourself. Capybara too. That
Well, you
includes
just
a
ruined
capybara.
her nest inside the thing.
Oh, did I? I'm so sorry for this thing that's one of 1,000 that freaking that were breeded within 2 months. Go screw yourself. I don't want that thing around here.
It's cold.
Megan, it's a rat. Okay? We've all
It's not a
survived on this
rat.
planet. You realize we've all survived on this planet for millions of years with worse weather than this. Okay? Let the goddamn thing go. And away from my shed.
No.
Thank you. Do it now so I can see.
I told you guys, Steven is deathly afraid of rodents. I don't know how you can be afraid of mice. They're these little tiny adorable things. But you didn't get to see it, huh? Because Daddy wouldn't let me bring it in the house.
Yeah.
Why are your teeth blue? What were you eating?
Fruits and nuts.
So, you're all blue. But yeah, it made a nest inside of the leaf blower, and like he opened up the leaf blower because it wasn't blowing any air out, and it was all little pieces of like the extra carpet tiles and stuff that we had stored in the shed for forever. So she made a little nest inside there, and she didn't want to get out, and then like I saw her head poke out, and I put that container that I had was what we had his tadpole in when we first got the tadpole, and she just willingly went right in there and like, oh, there's no wind blowing on me now, I'm nice and warm. But he wouldn't let me bring it in the house, so I put her in a little soft spot in the woods in the back and hope she can get some more stuff to make a warm habitat. I've never brought in like an outside mouse like that before. I've always had like gerbils and guinea pigs and stuff like that, so he was mad he wouldn't let me bring her in. And then my best friend just sent me a picture because I had shipped her second youngest, because she has 4 kids. It was his birthday the last week of October, and I got him a big like stuffed Luigi because he loves Mario and Luigi. I would show you the picture, but it's on my phone right now. So I was super excited that I found that because we had been going like every week when we hung out at the mall, when we could actually get out and do stuff together. We couldn't even now if we wanted to because she lives in Rhode Island and there's a travel ban, so like we're not supposed to go to each other's states because of the whole coronavirus thing, but I wouldn't want to be going to the mall anyway. But anyways, because he's young enough that he's not in school yet, he would come with us all the time and we'd go to the arcade, and I got pretty good at the claw machine and I managed to get him Mario in his fox costume, and then we kept trying and trying to get the regular Mario and we weren't able to get it, and then all this happened and we had to stop going. So I was like, I'm trying to make up for the fact that we didn't get to get the last Mario. I don't know why I'm up right now. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I got up with Steven because today's his first day at work, and like him getting up, I'm not used to him getting up before me in the morning anymore, so it just kind of woke me up and I couldn't go back to sleep. So here we are, bright and early. The good thing is I can get more work done today because like Aiden doesn't start school for an hour and a half now, right? 7:30. Yeah. My brain's not fully working yet. But tonight at, I think it's 5:15, is his parent-teacher conference with his teacher. The other night it was the speech therapist, and today it's his regular teacher. Totally forgot to show you guys that I made the whoopie pies last night. They came out really cute. There was so much food dye. Like, I've never used a powdered food dye before, and it came with this packet of purple powdered food dye that looks like the stuff I use to color bath bombs. So like, I just feel like it's gonna turn everyone's poop green. But either way, they're pretty good. I haven't made whoopie pies in years, so Steven really likes these. I think I'm gonna try and find my recipe that I had to make, because these are kind of small. Whoopie pies are usually huge. They're like this big, and it didn't even make as many as it was supposed to. It was supposed to make 12, and I think I got 10 out of it. And I was being really stingy with the batter because it said you had to make 24 cookies to make 12 sandwiches, and I still did not get 24 cookies out of it. So they're tiny, but they're good. I do not know what these people across the street can possibly still be doing to this house. But like, we had a couple days of quiet, and now there's a whole bunch of work trucks over there again. There's like trees being cut again, and I can't. It sucks when you work from home and there's nothing but noise going on across the street all day long. I probably sound like a whiny bitch right now, but it's so annoying. I can't stand noisy neighbors, I really can't, and we have been spoiled living here because everybody around us is old and they're so quiet, and everybody that has kids on our street and in our neighborhood, like, they're well behaved, they're not always outside screaming. It just makes me all the more happier that we're gonna be leaving here soon, because if I have to deal every day with all this noise, I'm gonna go insane. It's just the way I am. I like quiet, peace and quiet. So Steven called me on his 15-minute break to tell me that he is having a good day so far, It's really easy. Everybody is very like laid back and stuff, because I had bought him just plain black face masks, because the ones that he has are like the, what are they called, the neck gaiter things that you pull up, and all of them have like, he has a Darth Vader one and he has a skull one, and I'm like, they're probably not going to want you wearing that at work, because I know how some workplaces can be, you have to just have plain stuff and that's it. But I guess he was talking, it's like a husband and wife team that own this place. It's just like a mom and pop company, and she was like, oh yeah, I don't care if it has a skull on it. So I'm just gonna order him more of those, because he's gonna have to wash it every day. He has 2 that are like that, and then all the other ones that he has are the disposable, the plain black ones that I bought. So I think I had saved in my Amazon list, actually, I had found a set of those, like the same skull one that he has, but it's a set of 6 or something like that. Let's see, I'm gonna look in my cart because I had it saved for later. Oh my god. Just trucks, constantly. I don't know what that noise is right now. Sounds like a wood chipper. They must be cutting down trees again. It's an 8-pack of these scarves, so I'm gonna add that to my cart, because, not scarves, but what do you call it? The neck gaiter things. Man, I've been getting up with Steven for work, and when I get up super early like this, I feel so much more productive, because I have like 2 hours before Aiden even has to start school that I can get work done. So, hi.
Hi.
You wanna say hi?
Hi.
He's got his old scarf that I made him that has like, it was made out of like a fleece material, Sesame Street, and it's been washed so many times it just has no shape anymore and wants to roll up. But is that FedEx outside? No, it's not the trash man, it's probably these people across the street again. But it's only 8:24 right now, so we still have another hour before. What? We still have another hour before he has to even log on to take attendance for school. But I woke up with a headache today. I think it's because my right nostril was stuffed. Like when I woke up, my nose was just clogged, and it was giving me a sinus headache. So I took an Excedrin migraine. But that was stupid because I hadn't eaten anything yet, and now I'm like wired. I hate those pills, the way they make me feel, but that's the only thing that gets rid of a headache right away, that can like assure me that I'm not going to be screwed up all day because I got a massive headache and my brain's all fogged. So I just ate a cereal bar. I'm hoping that helps, because I'm not really hungry this early in the morning. I'm not a breakfast person whatsoever, but if I do eat breakfast, I can't do it until I've been up for like a couple hours. I've always been like that. Like I could never eat breakfast before school in the morning because it would upset my stomach, and my grandma would always get mad at me and be like, you gotta eat something. So she would make me drink those damn carnation drinks so that she knew I was getting some sort of nutrition. Because like my mom would be at work, and my grandma was the one that sent my brother and myself to school, and she would force me to drink those things. My brother never had an issue because he was a chunky kid for most of his life until high school. Then he lost a whole bunch of weight and now he's skinny. But yeah, I've never been a breakfast person, so now I'm just like wired and ready to do work for the day. We still don't know the election results. I'm trying to remember what Aiden has to do today for school, and I think all he has left for this week is 30 minutes on his language arts program, so should be a relatively easy day. And then I gotta send all his work to his teacher and stuff. And the school psychologist emailed me yesterday and wants to set up a time for him to do his like yearly testing, his reevaluation testing, so that they can write up their report for the IEP and everything. And she said we can do it over the phone and like interview me and his teacher, or I can bring him in. And like right now I can't bring him in because I don't think I even talked about the other day when Steven went for the sticker for the car. The car failed the inspection because there is a piece. Did I talk about this or not? I can't remember. It happened at the beginning of the week because he took it on Tuesday. Today's Friday. It failed the inspection and they gave him the code number. Like they didn't even tell him like what was wrong because they didn't look at it. I guess they weren't gonna do that unless he offered to pay them to fix it, like right there on the spot. But I looked it up and there was a video of a guy like saying what it was on his car, because that code firing off can be a couple different things. And the piece that the guy showed in the video was like the air intake that goes into the air filter, and his was all dry rotted. So like we went and opened the hood, same exact thing with ours. You can, like, it's kind of like a crinkly tube, and if you move it, there's a huge slit in it because it's all dry rotted. So if we were to take that to like a dealership or a mechanic or something, they would charge $100 or more to replace it. And it's literally just a plastic tube with 2 C-clamps on either end to clamp it to the 2 pieces. So the piece was $20 to order it, and now we just have to wait for it to come in and then replace it ourselves and then take it back. We have 90 days to take it back to be inspected, and then we don't have to pay for it again because we already paid for the inspection, but it failed. So we have 90 days to take it back to them, and if it passes, then everything is fine. But that is my whole thing here, is that I can't take him to the school right now to do that because Steven takes the Jeep. He can't drive the car right now. So I think I'm gonna just tell her, like, if it's not a huge deal, could we do it over the phone? Because like Steven can't ask for a day off from work right now because he just started. This is his first week. So I don't know. I don't know what they usually do for the testing for him, because I'm never there when they do it. They do it once a year and they do it at school. So if it's just like a matter of having to ask me questions about how he's been doing and stuff, then fine. We had his Wednesday night, we had the Google Meet parent-teacher conference with his teacher. It was funny because she was like, I don't even know what to talk about because you've been doing it all. So we just kind of chit-chatted for a few minutes and that was it. But yeah, there's one page in his math workbook this week that I have to ask her about, actually, because we just skipped that page. I have no idea what to do for it because there's no instructions at the top, and it's like, what is it called? A number geogrid or something like that. And I'm drawing a blank. I don't remember ever having to do that. And it's something to do with drawing shapes and stuff, but it doesn't tell you what shapes you have to draw. Because I even tried to Google it, and it said something about you can give the kids different, like draw a triangle with 3. A dot geo board, that's what it's called. And then it says, yeah, I'll get your computer in a minute. It's not time yet, bud. Things that says, show a triangle that has an area of 1 square unit. Show a triangle with an area of 3 square units. So like they would give them those kind of questions to do, and then they have to draw it on the geo board, but there's no questions like that to go with it. It's just a page with dots all over it. So I'm like, I don't know what we're supposed to do, or if I'm supposed to come up with my own questions for it, because I sure as hell do not remember having to do that in school. I remember pretty much everything I did in school when it comes to that stuff, and I don't remember doing that. So anyway, since today is Friday, I'm gonna end this vlog today. It's supposed to be warm all weekend. Like today it's 70. It's supposed to be in the 70s all through next week, which is really weird because that is odd weather for November. Like, we just had snow, and now it's in the 70s again. When I talk about New England weather, you guys, this is what I mean. Like, we had snow that covered everything, stayed on the ground for a few days and everything, and now it's in the 70s again. It is kind of chilly right now, though, so that's why I have my hoodie on. Chilly in the house, I mean, because I don't have the heat on. I refuse to run the heat when we don't absolutely need it, especially with the friggin' oil price. So, yeah, I guess I'm gonna end this today. I'm gonna try and film some videos this weekend if those pallets come, because I want to do the swatch videos. And I don't think we're doing anything this weekend. I told Steven yesterday, I'm like, you can get excited about Fridays again because you have to work, and then you don't have to work on Saturday and Sunday, because him not being at work, it was just like, okay, every day is whatever. But yeah, his job is Monday through Friday, so he has the weekends off, which is good. And the hours are, it's 8 to 4:30 every day, so he's home by 5. It's only like 20 something minutes away, so it's not a really far away job, and it's not like having to drive through Boston traffic, which is, if you get on a certain part of the highway from here or coming from his work to here, at certain times of the day, it can be very backed up because of people going to and from Boston. But it's not on that section of the highway, so thankfully he doesn't get super backed up in traffic on the way home, or super backed up on the way to work to where he'd have to leave like an hour early or something, so that's good. People who like live around here and work in Boston, like in the actual city, I don't know how they do it. I would never be able to do that. If I absolutely had to work in Boston and had no other choice, I would just want to live there. And even though I would hate living in a city like that, I wouldn't be able to do that commute every day, because traffic aggravates me so much. I'm sure it was like so many people, but that's just something I would never be able to get used to. And I think like moving up north like we want to, we'll never have to deal with that, because Steven's dad comes down here and he's like, the traffic is so horrible. Because I think Steven said in his town where they live up there, because he lived with his dad for a little less than a year, but he said up there they have like one traffic light in their entire town. So they don't have to deal with the traffic at all up there. But yeah, I'm gonna end this for the week. I'm gonna be proactive actually and go edit this right now so that I can set it to go up right on Monday. That's usually what I do, is I'll edit it Saturday or Sunday and set it to go up on Monday. That's why they're usually always on Monday mornings. But some weeks I forget and I do it like Sunday night, or I think the week before last I totally forgot about it and I didn't upload it until Tuesday. So if you ever see it on a different day, that's why I forgot all about it, or just didn't have time to edit it. But I'm gonna go do that now, and I will talk to you guys next week.